What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the channel, guys. Markets are giving back a lot of the gains, not all of them yet, but a lot of the gains yesterday. And if you watched this morning's video, I gave you a comparison of what happened in the Great Depression. Could we be looking at the same thing? No guarantee, but it's sure starting to look like it. And guys, I've talked about this before, like posts and news, alerts and things like that can create bumps in the markets, right? That's part of it, but it doesn't change the overall cycle of the market, right? There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, there's going to be dead cat bounces. If we're in a bear market, like I believe we are, we're going to have dead cat bounces. And if we're in a bull market, like a lot of people think, we're going to have pullbacks, but I don't believe this is a pullback. We'll see what happens. We're going to get into the charts a little more. We're going to take a look. Don't forget, guys, make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, tick that notification bell. And what happened? There it is. Tick that notification bell and leave your comments. Smash the one button if you think we're going to give all the gains back that we got yesterday. Or if you think it was the bottom, hit 2. Let me know below what you're thinking. We only got 27 viewers in here. That is horrible, guys. Make sure you share the video, get it out. Let's take a look at what's going on with the Dow. So Dow Jones, like I showed you yesterday, our rejection zone should have been right here, right on that trend line, which is exactly what's happening. We're going back down now to our old target, which was 38.6. Let's see if that'll hold as support. If not, again, I think we're going to close the weekly below here. And if we close the weekly below 37.8, I think it's going to be pretty ugly, guys. What's up, Donna? What's up, Jose? Media, Trump said inflation down just now. Will that be bullish or bearish, or the Fed meeting? I really don't care, because I believe in the cycles of markets, and I believe we are in a 100-year cycle, and it doesn't matter what anybody does, the cycle is going to play out. I could be wrong, but honestly, like I said before, guys, I really don't care about news events and all that stuff, except for minor little pulls, right? So if you guys been following me on my trades, which we're going to look at here in a minute, on my Prime XBT, I haven't entered another one on BITUNIX yet, but my Prime XBT trades are still in action, and we're going to take a look at that. Yesterday, when I posted about them, they were down about $16,000. We're going to see where it's at now, and have I closed them, or am I good to stay in them? We're going to talk about that. So all of this, and we only had one person, Jose's the only one that answered to that. Hit 1 if you think we're just in a dead cat bounce and it's over, we're going to give it all back. Hit 2 if you think the market has bottomed, is going to continue up from here. There we go, Manic. There we go, Gillian or Julian. I'm not sure how to say your name. Armanic, Billy Rock. I still didn't check that out, Billy Rock. Sorry, man. I will very soon, and I do appreciate you doing it. Don't think I'm going to let it go without checking it out. I've just been busy. That's why you haven't seen me on the Discord much or anything. I'm trying to get a lot of stuff together. Springtime here. We got boats, got the pool going in, got all kinds of stuff happening, trying to get everything situated. All right, thanks, guys. 48 viewers, 20 likes. Let's get it going, guys. So anyway, there's the Dow. Oh, look at that. Here was our target slash, once we blew through, should be resistance, 53.4 on SPY. I showed you this morning this hidden bearish divergence here. Let me zoom in so you can see it. You had a slightly higher high here in the RSI and a lower high here, which was hidden bearish divergence, which we're coming down. Now, this could just be a little retracement here and go back up, and this could end up being like a inverse head and shoulders on the RSI. I will keep a close look at this for you guys and let you know what I'm thinking. NASDAQ, same thing. Got to our right back where I said this morning where I'd expect it to be, and we're heading back down. So, man, same thing here, same exact thing here. And like I said, you can see it on Bitcoin too, but you go from this high and this high, you got a higher or a lower high. And if you go down, check it on your RSI, you have a higher high, which is hidden bearish divergence. Hidden divergence is strongest in its continuance of the trend, which the trend is down, it's hidden bearish, it's strong. So looking at that. And then, of course, oil's still continuing back down also. Everything got a bounce, but it seems to be taking it back. So we are still down 3,600, way better than 16,000 down. I should have put more in, and I was thinking about it up here, but I was kind of thinking maybe we could go up and test that 84.5 again, possibly. Obviously, we haven't yet, but if we do, I will still enter more shorts up there. Like I said, guys, I like to ladder in my positions. I don't get all paranoid. So if I'd have got out yesterday at a $16,000 loss, I would be down 16 grand, right? But we're only down 3,700 bucks or 3,500 bucks, whatever. So I'm content with it. Like I said, if it goes higher, I will add more shorts. If you guys are interested in trading Prime XBT, check them out. They do support the channel. Right now, you can get a 100% deposit bonus on whatever you deposit into the account. So if you start your account with my link, put in up to $10,000, they'll match, right? So if you put in 10,000, they'll match it with 10,000 that you can use towards your margin. Awesome exchange, guys. You can trade Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything all from one exchange. BITUNIX, on the other hand, is all crypto. So if you like trading crypto, it's no VPN, no KYC. And also, they're having a contest. The two top prizes are Rolex and a Tesla. You can take the money or the prize. But all together, there's a bunch of prizes in there. Do I still have it up here? Yeah, here's the prizes right here. Apple Watch, iPhone 16 Pro, Sony Alpha, Vision Pro, Rolex Model 3. This information is over on my X account. Follow me on X. That's down below. All right, so where are we at here? Obviously, this is if we get another leg up. That's where I would expect it. But if we take a look back here, guys, I've been showing you this chart for a long time. We broke this parabola. We had one touch. Let me, how can I put this in there? Let me get a thing. Let me get a little arrow over here. Let's do that. If I can find one. Arrow, give me an arrow, give me an arrow. I know they got it in these stupid little emojis on here. Or these silly. I don't want to say any bad words anymore, man. I feel like YouTube hates me. Just because I am real and I speak my mind. Man, I can't find a little arrow. Let's maybe use an X. Let's use an X. So right here. Whoa, we don't need it that big. Jeez, what's happening? All right, we're gonna use the X for our touch points, right? So we had one here. We're gonna clone that. We had one here, right? We're gonna clone that. We had the third one here, and we broke on our fourth one. Let's go over to this one. We're gonna clone it again. We're gonna bring it over here. We had one touch, two touches, three touches, fourth one broke, right? And if you look, all the EMAs are lining up too. We have the 8, the 21, and the 55 up top, or 8, 13, and 21 up top, 55 on the bottom. We did break the 55, but we have not closed below it yet. So I'm going to kind of watch and see what happens there. But like I said, this is the weekly. And on the weekly, a lot of people are talking about this hidden bullish divergence, right? Which obviously it started its bear trend up here. So that doesn't necessarily count as a continuation of the trend. The trend was beginning to be down here. But anyways, we had it here just like we're having it here. Same thing, nothing different there. We'll see what happens. But I do expect a decent sized relief rally, probably when we get down to this 60, low 60 to high 60 range, get a bounce there, maybe back all the way up into the 80s. We'll see what happens. Obviously, no guarantees, but that's kind of what I'm looking at here. Obviously, history doesn't repeat exactly, but it does rhyme, and this is rhyming right now. All right, let's take a look. This is a super bearish count, right? 5-wave structure, one huge bull market. Bitcoin started the bull market at release in 2009. I think it was January or February 2009 is when it actually got released to the public. Straight bull market ever since. Now this would be the first bear market, if I'm correct, and traditional is going to bear market. Here's your daily target. We've had this like this forever on the daily, right? So if you take a look at your highs and your lows. Just draw a parallel channel where we broke that channel. Looking for, there's where you get that higher 68 or higher 60s, 70K level. And if you look right here, we broke it on the RSI trend, came up for a retest back here, still on a continuation down. And remember looking at the RSI hidden bearish divergence on the traditional markets. If you look here, you made a higher or a lower high, right? And if we go down here, we zoom in to the RSI, you made a higher high. Hidden bearish divergence, guys. It is huge. And obviously it doesn't play out all the time, especially if you have to wait for the candles to close to really confirm it. They've closed here. I would say that's a pretty damn good confirmation. For this to turn around, I would have to see a higher low here, right? A higher low here and a lower low here, and that would be a bullish divergence. Now, that doesn't mean that's the bottom and it's going to shoot to the top. That just means another correction, right? Yeah. Hope that makes sense to you. And here are our targets for our support resistance. Each one of these targets is a measured move. Every time we break one, it usually becomes a resistance. Vice versa. When we bounce off it, it's support. We go test the old resistance like we did right here. You see it? Now, if we break this, we should be going down to this in the next couple weeks if we haven't hit bottom, which I don't believe we've hit bottom yet. I have no confirmation there. Same thing. We just got a rejection off the bottom of the triangle here. It does look like everything is playing out as we expected. We did get a wick above, but of course we had, what did we have? We had a post talking about something was going to continue, or a 90-day pause. Got everybody bullish, taking everyone's money again. This is what I've been talking about for so long, guys. So long. This is a game, and the big players have made it to the top of everything, and they're in control of this all. They're totally in control. Like I said, they can't change the big trend of the market. All they can do is do little blips, right? And those little blips are usually to get exit liquidity. Everybody got bullish and bought in yesterday, and what are they doing now? Taking it all back. Does this make sense to you? Please tell me this makes sense to you. Please tell me it makes sense to you that things were said to get people bullish again, confidence in the market, buy into the market so they can sell off. They don't want to sell off when it's low. They needed to pump it up a little bit to get exit liquidity. Now, am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong and you have a better explanation. I would love to hear it. I'm telling you guys mine, and hopefully you guys can hear. Sorry, my mic was a mile away. I forgot to move it. Wow. And I was off on a tangent. Heard China tariffs were 145 and not 125. Yes, 125. That seems to be the going number. When I was buying the containers from over there, containers of equipment, I was buying full containers. I was paying 25% tariff. I wouldn't want to mess with it right now. And man, I feel bad for the people that had stuff already on the way. But if they would have paid attention to what's going on, they probably wouldn't have stuff on the way, right? Because I haven't ordered in a month because of that. Hold on 1 second, guys. You know what? I'm not even worried about it. I've got so much crap going on here. Not sure. Hold on. These are my cameras going off like crazy. There's my dogs freaking out. That is just another delivery. Okay. Oh my God. Sorry, guys. I need to turn this sound off my phone. Come here, boy. Now my dogs are barking. Jesus. I need to make... So we have a private drive. It's literally a road. It's private. And we're about a quarter mile back. I need to just put a big lock box up front so they can all drop the shit up there and everybody can stay out of coming back here because of things like this. Now, my cameras are going to continue to go off like crazy. I have them all the way up the drive, so each one is notifying me. And I know I could turn them off, but I don't want to turn them off because I'll forget to turn them back on, right? So, anyways. All right, enough of that. ABC correction, somebody is saying. I don't know what you're saying. ABC correction. I don't understand what you're saying, coordinate. Oh, you're answering to him. If this is just wave 1 and we're going to 62,000 and wave 3 is usually the longest, I think you're right about under 20K again. Yes. I think it's going to be an ABC correction, though. It could be a simple correction, or it could be a, why do I always forget this? Complex, right? So let's go over to that chart real quick. How many likes we got? We got 39 likes, 96 viewers, 40 likes now. Remember, if you're on your mobile, exit the chat, hit the thumbs up, and you can get right back in the chat. I appreciate it. So let's take a look at this. Oh no, Tesla's going down again too. Oh man. Anyways, and that's another thing. Like, all the news is focused on all this. People are mad at Tesla and they're doing things, and that's why the stock's going down. No, the stock's going down because the market's going down. Deep Nirmam says gonna get a blow off top before the collapse. Hey, if that's what you're playing, I hope it does for you. But if you're waiting for that, you might have missed it. That's what usually happens in most cycles, right? Everybody's waiting on that one more push so they can sell, but that push never comes. And then they get down so low, they can't sell because they're at such a big loss, and they carry it all the way to the bottom. Not saying that's what's going to happen, but that's what happens a lot, right? That's why they always have these higher numbers that it's got to hit, or this reason that it's got to go one more leg up because it wasn't a blow off top. Well, if you put it in the monthly chart and look at it, it was a blow off top. But you do you. Like I said, this is not financial advice. I can't see the future. I can tell you what I think I see in the charts, right? What I see in the chart, what I think's going to happen. I have no idea what's going to happen for real, but I'm playing it. Like I said, I have skin in the game. I'm showing you guys where I'm at, what I'm thinking. I'm not just showing you charts and not trading it and not putting any skin in the game. And, you know, or like a lot of these guys out there, right? Or I'm not throwing a $50 trade in and acting like I'm a trader. So anyways, I don't want to get in a bad mood, guys. So anyways, let's take a look at, what was I going to look at? Oh yeah, I was going to show you the difference in the corrections, right? Where is this chart at? Why am I having such a hard time finding my charts? There. So this right over here, after this big wave 1, was a simple correction, right? All right, a complex. Can you see all the different bounces? You had a bunch of WXY in here and blah blah blah. I'm not gonna go through all that because some of it, those that understand what I'm saying, it makes sense. Those that don't, just know that it's not an easy correction, right? There was a lot going on here. Then that's usually followed by a simple correction, which we got here, right? So people say, well, why would this one can't be simple, right? No, that's not right, because this is a finished wave structure. Now we're starting, this is all one big wave 1. So this resets everything on a bigger scale, right? So this could be a simple correction. If you look at this, what would it be? It would be like a Head and Shoulders, right? This, I mean, you could move this. We don't know where this is going to be exactly, right? But just, you know, just showing you guys what it could look like. And that could form an inverse Head and Shoulders. Obviously, it hasn't formed yet. So would you play this now? No. But it's something to watch for, right? There's a lot of things pointing to this. Like I've showed you in all the charts, the levels all line up with 2020, right? Where everyone got sick, right? The live stream is fine. Anyone else experiencing buffering? Nope. Coordinate said no. Jose, maybe clear your cache or close your browser, reopen your browser. Maybe try that. What do you think BTC is going to go down so much? I'm confused. Just the structure in the charts or something else? Jay, structure in the charts. Bitcoin has never seen a bear market in the traditional markets. Let me explain this. So if we go over to right here, where was Bitcoin created? Right here at the bottom, right before this bubble started, right? 2009. This is when Bitcoin came out. It's never seen a bear market. if we're looking at a bear market, Bitcoin is not a hedge against the markets. Gold isn't a damn hedge in reality because gold dives down with the markets. Bitcoin is super high speculation. It's definitely not going to hold up in a bear market, right? That's why I think Bitcoin will be going down so far. We'll see what happens. Ethereum's going back to test our old target again, and it looks like it is going to dump through it. Remember, next for Ethereum, in my eyes, I don't mean today, I don't mean tomorrow, it could be months away. The next target would be probably around $700, guys. Smash that like button, please, you guys, Donna says. What's up? Brykaz, is that how I say it? 50 likes, man. You guys are slacking today. Maybe I'll only do one video a day or something. I don't know. Just, I've been giving you guys the best information out there, honestly, with the exact targets and telling you what to expect. Everybody else is all over the board, or they just get on and tell you what happened for the day. They don't give you any ideas of why it's going to change. They read the news to you. We don't care about the news, right? I don't care about the news because the news is just going to be little blips within the big run, right? So, man, I don't know. If you want real information, you want good information, make sure you subscribe to this channel, tick the notification bell, smash that thumbs up, and guys, start to learn charts, right? And no, they're not going to give you every single move, but this has been far more accurate than all these other channels, period, by looking at it this way. Far Away said, I'm so angry with you guys. Smash the likes like you're using to hear no help. Unfortunately, there's a lot of selfish people in this world. If you're not a selfish person, take a second out and hit that thumbs up. If you are a selfish person, I feel for you. I'll pray for you. We own him. Who do we own? Oh, Craig, if Bitcoin pumps or dumps, then let's establish a coin. Team Black Coffee. Team Black Coffee. All the way, man. I am so YouTube suppressed. They literally will not give me more than 100 viewers concurrently. And when it gets over 100, boom, it gets knocked down to like 90. I'm watching this stuff live. It's insane. It's insane. And I've had talks with YouTube and they said nothing has changed. I'm like, how can I go from getting 1,000 views just 2 months ago in the first half hour that a video is released to 1,000 views total and it can't go over? Well, that it's just what people are watching, blah, blah. No, man, no. And concurrent viewers getting stopped at 100? Come on. This is insane. I know I'm bitching about it again, guys, but it's super irritating that they can even do this. So either I've watched some stuff and seen what some attorneys say. They say either someone at YouTube doesn't like you, which I'm thinking that's probably the case. But if YouTube has any, like, I don't know, human regard, it should look at it and say, oh yeah, someone's done something here. Let's find out who it is and fire them. But I may be getting an attorney just out of spite that they can do shit like this and just see what I can get proven. There's people out there that are good with data, whatever you want to call it. And I'm sure a good attorney could get something going and shit. Who knows? Maybe I can win a lawsuit. And if I do, I'll split it with all you guys. I'll sue them for millions and give it all out. That would be awesome. It's not that I want it. But if you think about it, YouTube is screwing people because we've had all been watching this, expecting all this while nobody else was, and it's happening. And YouTube kept all them people from watching. And back in 2020, when everybody was sick, the same exact thing happened to my channel. The same exact thing, right? Went down, couldn't get over 1,000 views, And then after everything started crashing, then the views started going up, and then they let the views come in. The same exact thing. It's so weird. Well, last time I checked in, Savvy, you were building your house. Need to stop in more often. For sure, man. Stop in more often. I'll be here. Why are we selfish for not hitting the thumbs up? Because that's how you help a channel and give back without having to actually give anything, bird. It's selfish. If I take the time out to make these videos and stuff, all I ask is hit the damn thumbs up, right? It's not that difficult. Right. Far away gets it. Or Maria, right? Maria, sorry. Bear market in stocks, bull market in Craig's live stream. Right. Should be. Oh my gosh, look. It's like they're toying with me. They let it get 103 viewers. So I got 103 over, but watch, it'll tick back down. Don't forget, smash the thumbs up. We get to 1,000 likes and we can take a look at the charts of your choice, guys. We've been keeping up on quite a few charts with quite a few people here. So, yeah, let's keep up on that and see how those play out too. And we'll see how, let's look at our, we're still down 3,600. Would you ever consider starting a new channel again? Gus Livin, do you work for YouTube and you're the guy that's kind of trying to hold me down? I'm just playing. No, I wouldn't. If I wasn't doing this channel already and I didn't have a community that I actually care about and like, then I wouldn't. I would be doing something else. Honestly, Craig, I think many people will go private with you and pay monthly. Go on then, hit them likes. I would. Yeah, I'm not into all that though, honestly. I mean, I have the membership where we're going to do, you know, 1 to 2 videos a week, lives, going over stuff. And that's enough for me. I don't want to, if I don't feel like making a video right now, I don't have to make a video. If I started making people pay, then I would have to. I don't like having to do things, right? I do this because I want to do this. I don't want to make it a have to do, if that makes sense to you. And that's why people are always like, why don't you, I don't know, have a training program and train, blah, blah, blah. For one, I've told you guys a million times, it doesn't matter what course you buy, who's teaching you. If you don't put in the hours to learn, you're not going to get anywhere trading, right? You can buy stuff and hope it goes up forever, or you can put in the time, learn to trade, and it doesn't matter what's happening. You can reach in and grab money whenever you want. Please look at Ethereum. I want to buy Ethereum, but don't know when. Go back about 5 minutes. I think we were looking at Ethereum. But anyways, those that do show up, especially those that show up daily, but all of you guys, I do appreciate you guys 100%. I know I sound like I'm pissy here and there. It's just I can't believe that, especially since I had been in contact with YouTube and they're claiming nothing's changed when it's so obvious. I show them, they can look at the statistics. Oh, and then they had the nerve to say, oh, but your views are going up on the whole. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm making 2 videos a day. I was making 1 or 2 a week. Come on. Donna said, yeah, we super chill on here. We just hang out and trade, learn to trade. Right. Donna, they don't get it. How low is Bitcoin dumping today? I don't know, Sam. Elon, please buy YouTube. That would rock. I don't see it happening though. Anyway, I think even X, right? It all depends on who you got working for you, because Elon could be all for free speech, but there can be a couple guys on that work for X and they can get together and they can tweak an algorithm or tweak us up. So and maybe they would get caught, maybe they wouldn't. My point is, it's still people can do that, and it sucks that people can do that, right? There should be a unchangeable algorithm. Team Black Coffee will stand forever. Right on, Sands. I appreciate you guys too. Come on, man. Is that like a beaten? I'm gonna say beaten. I'm so scared to say certain words because it might trigger the YouTube hater or whoever or whatever. You shoot your videos horizontally so it doesn't get into the recommended videos. If you shoot your video vertically, then your videos will be in the recommended videos and you get more views. Imaginary coins, I don't think so. I don't think that's correct at all. It would look goofy if I did it vertically on YouTube. And I never did that before, so there's no reason for it to change. I've only been here maybe 2 or 3 times and you sound angry. All right, that's fine, Bird. Yeah, I read somewhere about the angle of the camera now. Well, if that's the case, why wouldn't they tell you, right? That doesn't make sense to me. But I mean, I could check that out. Let me write that down so I don't forget. What do we got here? Change to vertically. Let me look into that. And then maybe I'll try a couple videos and see. But that sounds just mostly like for shorts, right? I'm gonna try that. I'm willing to try anything. So if you guys got suggestions other than lie to people. Bird, gotta say, just leave and you won't hear them. MEXC said, I say Bitcoin will stall around 77.5 to 7,800 in the next 7 hours or less. Bird, I'm not saying I don't want to hear him. I'm just saying I just got here and the guy sounds angry. I want to hear everybody's opinion. Bird, I'm angry because I'm getting screwed by YouTube. I only do good live streaming vertical. Yeah, I don't want to do vertical. It's on the phone. When on a stream like this, you can't do. It looks like shit in a vertical. Like that, it'll look like shit in a vertical. Captain Crunk. So I do put out some. I just got a little AI program that does edits the shorts or makes shorts. I guess it picks out stuff and puts it in. But if you put out more than 2 videos a day, whether it be shorts or anything, YouTube knocks you down then instead of up. The more if you post too much, and YouTube will not put you out. I have a XRP short from 206 with a target of 185. Yeah, Bear, like I said, it just won't be it'll be a crappy stream, smaller. It'll be horrible. I mean, I have the option to go vertical on here, but it looks like crap. The gentleman of this channel is one of the 2% who true traders. And I won't say tube. Short and BNB, the scammy exchange. That is one of the worst exchanges, man. They do shady crap. They made a lot of money from putting hype around the coins that they were putting on that were giving them tons. They could put it on, people could buy it, and then they could dump the coins they were given. That's how BNB made all its money. Wouldn't it be difficult for the viewers to get in a good view on vertical? Yes, it would be. Wouldn't it be difficult for the viewers to get a good view on vertical? Exactly. For this kind of stream, I can't do. I can do live streams on vertical all day, you know, with my phone outside and about, but not this kind of video. It is like to penalize you for working hard. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, they're, like I said, it's just goofy, man. They literally lock my concurrent viewers at 100, And my view's at 1,000. It's sickening. It's a fixed market when divergences don't play out. Check out gold, please. Hourly, I'm 4. Been showing bearish since yesterday. Let's take a look at gold. Just because I know Donna likes gold too, and she's a member. So 31.63. Yeah, we still have this target up here about 32 or 3,300. That's the 1.618 extension. But let's look at, you said the 4 hour. Let's go down to the 4 hour. Why don't I have a RSI on here? Do I? I don't even have a RSI on gold. Why is that? There we go. Oh, I did have one. Why wasn't it showing and now it's showing? Let me get rid of this one. I don't show any. What'd you say? Bearish divergence? Check out gold. Hourly and 4. Been showing bearish since yesterday. No, it's not. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's just not finished though. Yeah, showing bearish, but I don't. It's not. It's not. Let's see where this candle closes. But we were way down here. That was not bearish. Or you're looking here. This high to this high already played out, right? That was this. Now you got to look at this high. So we're getting higher. Yeah, I would expect. Let's go to the hourly. Yeah, I would expect this to be turning around pretty quick, but it's definitely getting rejected right on this fib. What the hell fib is that anyway? Let's go back to the weekly. Oh, that's not a fib. That's just where I put for retracement. We're just visiting the high again. Sorry about that. But yeah, here's where I've been saying for months we could get up to this level. So we are showing bearish divergence here also, right? But it's really getting. I believe we'll probably see this 33 in gold. No guarantees, obviously, but I do think we will. Let's see. Go into. Uh-oh. Bitcoin's popping up a little bit. The markets must be coming up a little bit, huh? No, not really. A little bit, tiny bit. S&P 500 loses more than 5% as stock market gives back more than half of yesterday's crap. Breaking stock market breaks the biggest moves midday. Blah, blah. All right, let's go over the headlines real quick. Well, guys, don't look like we're going to get our 100 likes today. I do appreciate those of you that tried, though. But let's see. Trump's pivot on tariffs shows the Wall Street still has a seat at his table. Wall Street still has a seat at his table. I think they're kind of stretching it there. They're all together. Let's just say that. Many on Wall Street say sell the rallies because Trump can't undo the damage he already done. That makes me kind of think bullish, but stocks making up. But see, they say that today, but yesterday they were telling everybody everything was good. Oh my gosh, there is everything bottomed out, going to new highs, blah, blah, blah. And now today it's got a pullback and they're saying to sell the rallies. Well, they should have said that yesterday. It would have helped people out, right? They said that 25 minutes ago. Stocks making the biggest moves midday. We already said that. Trump acknowledged he could cause a recession, but just didn't want a depression. Well, I think it's coming. Freight surges on tariff reversal. Trade whipsaws from super cautious to ships are filling up. I'm not even going to say nothing. House adopts budget blueprint for Trump's agenda after GOP leaders sway holdouts. Inflation rate increases to 2.4% in March, lower than expected. Core at 4-year low. I won't say nothing about that either. Here's the inflation breakdown for March 2025 in one chart. Don't want to look at it. Morgan Stanley stands by NVIDIA as a top pick, even though tariff turmoil is not over. I'm just going to give funny looks after this stuff I don't believe. Prada buys Versace to create Italian fashion powerhouse. Jim Cramer says that this is the best chip stock to buy. And what's next for Apple? Blah, blah. All right. So we've went over CNBC and NBCB, blah, whatever. The financial channels are shill channels. Anybody can pay to get on there and get some time. Basically, it's advertising your hedge fund or your whatever. It's a shill channel, guys. It's basically like crypto YouTube. That's what the financial market channels are. And hopefully these guys lose their asses when everything comes down, and that stuff can become real news again and not just paid shill shit, right? 96 likes. Ooh, that's close. You truly believe we're going to encounter a depression like we had in 29? I do believe that's extremely possible. Do I think it's going to happen 100%? I don't know. I'm not saying it's going to, but I'm saying to prepare for it. Even if it does, it's going to be the biggest opportunity of our lifetime. If you look at the markets, right? So all financial advisors, all these all they've ever seen is a giant uptrend. They've never seen a pullback in the markets. They've seen pullbacks, right? But they've never seen a bear market. All the people in that industry right now have not seen a bear market. Never, ever have seen a bear market. How, if they've never seen it, never had to endure it, why would they think it would be this bad? They've never seen it. They've never had to endure it. They've always said, just hold on a little bit longer to bounce back. And it bounced back. But what happens when it don't? What happens then? There's going to be a time, and I think that time is here or soon. I showed you. Let's look at this too. So, right, this is the top of where we're at now. This is the top of the Great Depression. We're going to zoom way in. You know what? I don't want to erase the shit. Damn it. All right. We are going to look at this right here. This was the drop from the top, right? And we're going to zoom in over here. I done this today in the pre-market update, right? And if we look at this, right? Look at this big drop it had. Let's see how much that drop was first. I never measured how much the drop actually was, but I'm going to do that now. So if I go from the top to this candle here, right? It was 17% down. And then this next rally it had was 12%. We had 11.4% rally off this low. Could we go higher? Yeah, we could still go higher. I'm not saying we can't. But so far, it's not looking real good. Let's go off the top of here. Well, how far was this? 18% down. So we had 17% down here with 12% rally. Over here, so far, we've had an 18%, 19% drop with a 11.5% rally. Things are looking pretty eerily similar, right? And again, guys, nothing's ever going to be candle for candle. But I've talked about this. It's not going to go straight down. This is going to take years, right? There's going to be plenty of big, huge bounces. Let's look at the next big bounce this had. So then it dropped down from there. Let's just take some measurements and say what if, right, guys? So from this dead cat bounce, right? Right here, the next move down was 45% from the top of that dead cat bounce. Now let's look at this dead cat bounce. If we've topped out, like I said, it could go higher, but let's go down 40% and be nice, right? What's that going to be? Right around 23.9, right? And then what happened? What'd you get after that? Well, let's take a look. After that, if we go from this bottom after the 45%, and we went up 52%. You don't think people were excited that it went up 52%? That's it. It's on. Rally back on. I'm sure they said that. And then look what happened. And then you had more rallies, more rallies. Guys, these are weekly candle. We had green weeks. Green weeks. Lots of green weeks during this 2.5-year crash. Right? Please, guys, just at least acknowledge this can happen, because if you don't at least think about it and are definitely not prepared for it, you could be in serious trouble, man. What happened if you went into work today, right, or tomorrow, and they said, you know what, there's going to have to be some cuts here. We're going to have to start laying people off, right? And I think that'll be widespread when this starts, when it really gets going. If it's going to happen. But if it does, it's going to be widespread. Do you have a plan? Do you have a skill? Or are you, what kind of job do you have? Do you have another way to make money? Do you have another idea of how you would make money? Do you have enough things put away, tangible things that you can get money for? Or are you relying on your 401k? Are you only have one job, one skill, or it's not even a skill? I mean, think about this stuff, guys. To think that this can't happen is way more dangerous than thinking that it can. I'll tell you that. Let me get rid of this crap and get it off here. But do you see what I'm saying? Basically, I just want you guys to understand what I'm saying. And again, I'm not saying it's got to happen. It's 100% going to happen. I'm going to say be prepared. That's all I'm saying. Be freaking prepared. Oh, 105 likes. All right, but only 100 viewers. Okay, Savvy, time for the viewer's choice. All right. Thanks, Donna. I appreciate you. Let's see. What have we got? Now watch. Nobody even will throw out. Remember, if you throw out a ticker, you got to say whether it's a stock or a crypto. Bear said, lay me off. Please lay me off. What if it's just not say it's going to happen there. I know where you work, and I'm sure you're not even going to get a layoff. That's recession proof. But think about being somebody working at a factory for the last 25 years, 25 years, whatever it may be. And they go in and it says, we went bankrupt. Sorry, guys, go home. Then what? Lurker alert. Smash the like button. Lurker alert. I don't know, Savvy. The Great Depression lasted from 29 to 39. I don't think it can happen again. The crash, Tom, the crash was 2.5 years. 2.5 years for the market to bottom. That's what we're talking about here. And it wasn't till 39, right? That wasn't even how it was. So look at the market, right? In that 2.5 years, the markets went up from that point on. It just took a long time. It took 20, what was it? I always freaking forget. It took from 29 to 1955. So 20, what is that? 26 years to reach the all-time high again. 26 years it took to reach the all-time high again. Actually, yeah. 26 years. Took a long time. But if you'd have got back in, we're talking about markets here, guys. I'm not talking about, I'm talking about markets. Let's just put it that way. Donna, I've been working 26 years straight with no break for the same company. I need some time off. Like a new year would be awesome. Like a year would be awesome. Yeah, I know the feeling there, bud. I'm never off anymore. I'm always doing something, but when was that? I stopped in August of 2020 is when I decided to stop my job. Don't let him fool you, Donna. He's got an easy job. I'm just playing, bro. It's a mental job. The hardest part of his job, honestly, he has an easy job. I used to work with him, with Bear. And part of the job is easy and fun. The actual dealing with putting fires out and angry employees is the hard part. Cut that out, and it's a pretty fun, easy job. You got to admit it, brother. It's an earned position, though. It's not like you can get in and just get there in a day. Where are we at? How are the markets doing now? Still, let's see. Oh, they're going back down from 1700, negative 1700 to negative 1500. Oh man, it's bouncing off the bounce, bouncing off the bounce. Yes, my all-time high need's broken. That's funny. Oh, guys, go check out Bear and the Boss Lady's channel. He's got an awesome channel. He does some cool chainsaw carvings. And I remember the first time when he first got started, I think he was just getting started at that time. And you'll remember this, Josh. You need the bear market bear, all natural habit. One of the first ones, he had quite a few in the garage. I actually have one out here. He had put dog paws on a plank board, and it looks pretty cool. My wife still has it. He told me to give it to my wife when we were over that day. But he's made me a big bench too. He put a video out on that. But he had this bear in his in his garage, and it had like big teeth or something. That's how I remember it. And we were like, "What's that?" And he said, "It's a bear." It was the funniest shit I've ever seen. Oh man! But anyway, that was a good time. That was fun. Josh, you still golf? You need to come out this way and meet with Trav, and we all go golfing. I got a membership out at a club out here, so we need to use it up. You need to come out sometime. I'm sure you and Trav need to talk some business. Come this way, talk some business. We'll go golfing. All right. So they're trying to bounce the markets back, but I'm waiting to see a new headline, like something crazy to really get it to bounce or plummet, one of the two. I guess I should be watching X. Let me pull X up. So looking at X, let's look at, is there anything new? Elon just posted, POTUS signs executive order to end the O and B war on water pressure. And just in 2 minutes ago, China and European Union agree to start negotiations to abolish EU tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles. So, and one of the things that gets me, right, and I like who our president is. I like him. You're never going to like everything about everybody, but I don't like how he plays the markets. I don't like how he's playing with crypto. And I don't like that he says that him and China are working on a deal, because I'm sure if we went over and interviewed this guy right here, he wouldn't say they're working on a deal. But I could be wrong. Let's see. Nothing really nowhere. This guy's great if you guys haven't seen him. 3D printed Ford parts. Follow him on X. The dude's hilarious. Love his stuff. Love his stuff. Anyways, that's where I'm at with that. Let's go back over and watch these markets. Oh, back up 15, 16. Hi, Craig. What's up, Alexandra? How are you? Fun times. Heck yeah. I could do that with Bill. We get Bill to come. Yeah, for sure. I didn't even think about that. I need to get a hold of Bill. Yeah, not the best weather right now, but once it starts getting a little better out here, and the reason I bought the membership is so I would actually start golfing regularly, because if I don't have a reason, then I'll usually forget about it or whatever, but this is to push me back into golfing. I miss it. He called me last week, and I told him I'd call him back and never did. I forgot. Yeah, I need to give him a shout. I haven't talked to him in probably a month. And we usually try to keep in touch, but I know he's been going down to Florida a lot. So anyways. All right, guys. I think we're going to wrap it up. Nobody even asked for a chart. So, all right. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Pre-market in the morning. Maybe we'll do the members tonight. If not tonight, it has to be tomorrow because we only got one more day left. So keep your eye out for that. Make sure you tick the notification bell. Make sure you subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.